Hello everyone, welcome back to Death Stranding. So we are here at the way station north, or the distribution center north of Mountain Knot City. I did run some quests between the last couple, not some quests, I ran another huge truckload of stuff up the mountains and finished up the last couple road segments. So now we have a good road going all the way from Mountain Knot City to either the other Knot cities. You would think that it would give me a reward or something for that, but it does not. I also deconstructed a lot of my my zipline network up here because it was just inefficient. I probably could even get rid of a bit more. But right now we can get to everywhere down here and Timefall Farm, but we're still kind of out here on the fields. But that's okay. We can get to all this place except for Lake Knot City itself and the engineer. Everything else is ziplined. Over here, none of this is ziplined. Distribution center is not. Way station is not. We might be able to, maybe it is. Maybe way station is. Like we have this one here. Surely it connects to these. Interesting. Anyway. But Novelist Sun is not, so it's not even online yet. We need to get that online. And the photographer kind of is, but not really. The photographer is on a separate little network by herself. That's not connected to the rest of us. I don't even know what these two are doing. I think that was my attempt to get the photographer on. That kind of didn't work. Maybe we could. I wonder if we were to go like that, we could get to her. Anyway, we have some bandwidth. I think my goal today is to get the Novelist online. The Novelist Sun online, I mean. And then construct a zipline network between these two. So that we have almost all the map all connected. Oh, we do have a ton of reading to do, but that's okay. See, other people are doing the zipline stuff too. But it's all in pieces. Kind of like it's since my zipline takes into account everyone else's, if they're connected to me, but not the people I know, it'll look like mine has gaps in it, right? Because they're not connected to everyone I'm connected to. Oh well. Where are ya? There. Whoa. That came out of nowhere. Kind of feels like the screen is different, like we're too close to the character. I don't know why that would be. I think it might all be in my head. Alright.
Beginning scan. Scanning bridges ID. Fragile Express ID verified. Weapons detected. All weapons.
Now, no more about gourds. You need to get on the network.
You look good, Sam. Up and ready to go. You know what I like about you? You're reliable. That's what.
I try. Half a star. A bit more than half. Not quite a star. Elite Deliverer. With each impossible delivery, you edge closer to immortality. Hey, cargo condition grade 60. Now it'll be harder to lose consciousness. So I think 60 is the max, because we didn't get anything for bridge link in a while. But look at delivery time, it's so far behind the others. And that's not just me. I've noticed that the stars of other people are often like this, purple, except for one red limb, like that. Oh well.
Take care now, Sam. I'll
No!
be calling on you again.
Join the network!
Until then.
Join the net. This guy does not want to join the network. What can we do for you? You want to deliver things to Lake Knot City? No. Yeah, I'm not doing that. Let's look around and see if anyone else nearby has stuff for him.
Weapons restriction.
Like the photographer up here. This guy's being stubborn. He doesn't want to join the network. He's not even saying no. He's just saying, bye, thanks for coming. It's a nice day. Nice and pleasant out. Why did I say anything? Why did I say anything at all? Like, it was so obvious. Why? Yay, physics. What is going on there? And where am I going? I'm going the wrong way. I'm going towards East Knot. I need to go back that way. Been a while since I've been running around on a trike. What is this?
Okay.
A misplaced texture? Is this supposed to be snow? It's like giving snow footprints, but it's nowhere near any of the rest of the snow. It's a bug, maybe. That's interesting. Okay, how deep is this? Yellow. We can make that. Alright. We're pretty close. Oh, that was a mistake. I can't believe that dude still wants us to do more things for him before he'll join the network. Like, he doesn't even tell me to go do something. He just, like, bye! Why can't he, like, say, you must go into this BT area and recover a rare book for me?
recharge that easy.
We need to do more for the spiritualist. Is she connected? I don't think she is. Not by me. I've got one line right outside of her, but I don't know if I can necessarily traverse from it. First prepper too. I forgot about those two. The new ones. He's not even on the network. Ah, well.
Beginning scan. Scanning bridges ID. Verifying ID. Clear. Weapons detected. All weapons will be locked until departure. All clear. Welcome, Sam Porter.
To the junk dealer. To the way station. Cameras lost in a BT area. Just back to here. It's close. To the cosplayer. And then to Mountain Knot. Let's do this one. The camera's lost. And then we can, we'll just come right back and maybe go to Mountain Knot. Find more people that want to go to the Novelist. Let's get a sticky gun. Maybe we can grab stuff if we see it.
Order assigned.
You know, let's get an all-terrain skeleton. I like the all-terrain skeletons. And since it's light, since we don't have a lot of cargo, might as well. Just leave this here. Alright.
Be careful, Sam. And come back soon.
Okay, the BT area in question is just over this ridge around the river with a road going right through it.
Keep on keeping on. Keep on keeping on.
Okay. Calm down. It's so good to have BT back. Or BB back. Oh my god. What am I even saying?
Stretch my legs.
There we go. Whoa, Sam, you don't seem well. Doesn't seem that close. What am I seeing? That one? Yeah, it was a baby one. Interesting. We just did this. Maybe the BTs were so far apart that they were not, like, considered in this. No, they're right next to each other. I mean, look at that. They're right there. Ooh, I didn't even see that one. I was looking up at the big one. BB, it's okay. It's okay, BB. We're in control here. We have the luxury to kill these guys without having trouble. Without having to use resources. There sure are a bunch of them. The umbilical cut, though, is pretty forgiving. You get right up next to him. Alright, no reason to play around. We don't have to clear everything. Let's just get our stuff. These guys were so scary at one point, but now we have so many ways of dealing with them. They're still pretty scary if we don't deal with them. But when I'm holding a grenade like that, I'm feeling pretty confident. And even if we screw up, we're going to be able to deal with it. Come on, I saw you there. There's a baby there, too. God, they cry. It's so far away. This is like a It's on the other side of the damn river. And that's not a traversable river. Look at that, that's like 4 of them all right next to each other. Screw that. I don't want to waste my time.
Come on. Come on.
Oh, that's a problem. Really? I mean, we're still pretty damn close to them. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe because of the road. How is this? It's yellow. We could do this. Okay. Let's see if we can get up on the road. Where's the third one? We had it marked. I thought. There it is. It must have been in the water and it got swept away. Yeah, it got swept away. No, I'm wrong. It just was further away than I thought it was. Okay, we can take that bridge to get back. Lazy. I wish I could shoot out the window. I mean, walking over to the thing doesn't take that much time. It's getting in and out of the car that takes a lot of time. Maybe if I was on a bike. Yeah, that's not what I wanted to do.
Come on, let's roll.
Alright. Hopefully it's not damaged too much. We were in the rain for quite a bit.
Oh, you're here. Good. Wow, that's more than I dared dream. Should keep me going for a while.
Oh, 000. Okay. Nice. A new riot shotgun. I like the riot shotgun. So, yeah, good deal.
You'll come back again soon, right, Sam?
Good work. New order available. Please
What do I
access
have that's
delivery
so
terminal or further.
so broken on my back? Bacteria samples for the doctor. Okay.
Information.
Okay, what can we do for you? Northmount. Film director. Cosplayer. I want to do all these, but not until we get the connection between Mountain Knot and the rest of the zipline network done. So footage taken near Edge Knot City. Back to Mountain Knot City. It's very light. Just 1 kilogram. Anything else out in the mountains? Nope.
Order assigned.
Should we see if we can zip? We'll just make a couple PCCs. Oh, and let's go ahead and bring our other suit with us. All right.
Weapons restrictions lifted.
You know, in hindsight, that would have been a much faster way to get to that BT area. So I see them up there, I'm just not sure they connect on through. That looks like it's just over Edge Knot City. Or, Mountain Knot City. Okay, I bet this connects. We can get to the doctor from here. I think that was here. I think we're getting a thunderstorm coming.
Beginning scan. Scanning bridges ID. Verifying ID. Clear. Weapons detected. All weapons.
How far along are you?
Hello, Sam. It's a pleasure to see you again. I must say, seeing you go about your business really does put a spring in my step.
Oh, you're almost done. We're almost got you up to 5. Not this time,
I
but
do
soon.
even an old...
Good work. New order available.
Okay, I want to go out towards the roboticist. That's like the next sort of thing I'm doing. Time sensitive, huge order to the Mountaineer. Yeah, I'm not going to be able to do that. 18 extra large? No. In 6 minutes. Even with the zip lines? Like that's 3 trips. I don't know. I don't think we can do each trip in under 2 minutes. So to the first prepper. I need to go to first prepper also, yeah. But that's time sensitive. And so until we get him connected, we can't do it as a premium thing. Ooh, to the novelists. Oh, it's not a lot of time. That's the issue. We could try this. I kind of wanna. So we can get back to the photographer pretty quick, and then take our trike back. But in 4 minutes? That's a bit more sketchy. We can try it.
Order assigned. Delivery parameters updated. Time limit set. Weapons restrictions lifted.
No swearing. Language, man. How far is that one? Is it inside? Yeah, it is. But that's not where we're going. Yeah. That'd be going back towards the mountains, or the distro center. We left our bike like right there. We'll take a truck. I think it would take longer getting it out of that than it's worth.
Beginning scan. Scanning bridges ID. Verifying ID. Clear. Weapons restrictions.
Too bad there's nothing nearby.
Beginning scan. Scanning bridges ID. Verifying ID. Clear. Weapons detected. All weapons will be locked until departure. All clear. Welcome, Sam Porter Bridges.
How we doing? I wish it would show the timer more. Like every couple minutes. 320. I think we're gonna make it. Good deal.
Weapons detected. All weapons will be locked until departure.
Maybe this is enough for him to join in.
Always a pleasure, Sam. You're a real trooper bringing this so quick.
There's 1 star.
what you've been building.
Finally.
If I can get a preview without going all in on the UCA,
Oh.
then I'd prefer that.
He wants a contract. Not perfect, but okay. Every little strand helps. It sure seems like we're still quite far from the west coast. Maybe it's mostly gone. Like, there are a lot of cracks there. So, like, there's just a little remnant of the west. That would be okay.
Thanks for that. I'll think about the UCA and if it's right for me. Take care now, Sam. I'll be calling on you again. Until then.
Good work. New order available.
And he has new stuff for us to do. Retrieval. Devices for gold cultivation stolen by terrorists. That's a big terrorist camp, too. I'm on an order already, right? Yeah, I need to deliver something to Mountain Knot. So, yeah, forget this guy. Anybody? Hey, is that another hot spring? No, that's the same one we already know about. Okay. It looks like nobody's even put zip lines around here. Well, I'm not gonna be the one.
Weapons restrictions lifted.
America just ties people down. I guess we'll hear what he wants to say later. Okay, we'll park in front of this power generator. Let it recharge a bit while we're off. Okay, back to Mountain Knot. Nobody ever likes my ziplines, even though they're so useful. Why is someone going up there? My goodness. This is a terrible road. I mean, it winds back and forth so much. This game is making me feel cold. I'm very chill. Okay. Okay, no more fooling around with the zip lines. We're going to go and build a zip line. At the roboticist, though, we're going to build something new.
Welcome, Sam Porter Bridges.
Hey, Sam. Welcome back. Tough journey as always, I bet. What? Me not?
We haven't got this guy maxed out yet either. Even though he's a hub. 60 hours. Almost 61. I looked at the time to complete website and it was like 30 hours for this game. So, apparently I'm terrible.
New order available.
Alright, we have a new order for Sam to Hartman in winter clothes and all that. But no, we're not going to do any of that. We're going to go out to the... I want to go out to the roboticist. Anything going in that direction? You're kind of going to the weather station. That's kind of in that direction. We could try doing this. A delivery of underwear. Let's get a couple more PCCs. Just to make sure we can complete the network.
Order assigned. Beginning scan. Have a pleasant journey. Decon keeping up. Decon keeping up.
Alright, our roboticist zipline is actually really cool. It's like completely straight almost. It's pretty.
Beginning scan. Scan the bridges.
Alright, and we don't have anything for you, right? I don't think so.
Beginning scan. Scanning bridges ID. Weapons restrictions lifted.
Now, just to the weather station. Let's get this sorted out first. I just want to go on to that one, rather than try to get line of sight of this. Even though it's further. Here, how far is that? That's not even very far at all by itself. Let's keep going. We can get better. I don't see this one. Whoa, 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 don't fall off. Like right here? All right. There's a little marker right here. I wonder what they're trying to tell me.
Construction complete.
Nothing that's that helpful. Climb up on top, they're saying. But is there like a... No. There's no memory card or anything. I don't think I wanna. It's nice. I'm not gonna fall for that trick again. The weather is tolerable. Now, unfortunately, this zipline that someone else placed doesn't have a lot of sight for going further down. Why do I even mention these things? Like, we're gonna have to place one further, like right here-ish in order to get on. It's not even going in the right direction. I want to go like towards the weather station. So from here, which we can get to, maybe we can go down that way? Let's take a look at our sightlines. Looks pretty good. I can see one down there. Just it's farther away. Workable. Do this little gap right here. I'm looking at that stone ridge up ahead. I'm thinking maybe that would be a good spot. Oh my, it's narrow. We're not that far. But if we go down, are we gonna have sight? Here, do we have, I can't see anything, but there might be one in range. Nah. Although, this one apparently reaches that one. So there's no point in using that one at all. Like, how far are we from that? 250? Well, why stop there even? Pull it together, Sam. How are we doing? 315, too far away. I'm thinking like right here. And that should put us set us up very nicely for being able to put one near. I remember our first trip over the mountains. That was so fun. It was kind of scary, but it was really fun too. Oof. Why are we slipping so much? This is nice and clear. I guess it's a bit steep.
Construction complete.
Is that one of ours? It might be. No, that's another online one. But that would get us onto our network, even if we don't go to the weather station. Like, the weather station actually isn't technically on our network. We have to run up to it. So... how far is that? 316? Let's get a little closer, see if we can get both of them in range. Ah, that doesn't seem like it's gonna work.
Yeah.
We're just too low. Yeah, we're too low. How are we on distance? 260. Like, I'm almost inclined to skip this one entirely and just go straight on. That's a level 3 one, though. It can go really far. But unfortunately, it just doesn't help us. Awkwardly placed. Alright, this is pretty close. Let's see how this looks. There we go. It's all 3 of them. And we're pretty close to the entrance to the wind farm. Or the weather station. My bad. I think I've been calling out the wind farm this entire time.
Beginning scan. Scanning bridges.
Close enough I'm not going to worry about it.
ID. Clear. Weapons detected. All weapons will be locked until departure. Cargo verified. Thank you. Construction complete. I appreciate you going. I really...
I mean, these guys are already at 5, but you know. It's the principle of the thing. They unlock new missions that will take me to places that are not already at 5.
Here, I got you something.
Oh, what does the wind
Consider
farm
it
give
an
me? Or
expression of my
weather
gratitude.
station. Lightweight metals. Thanks.
Here's to you, Sam. Don't ever give up. Good work. New order available. Please.
It's the new order available that I'm looking for. To the Timefall farm. Wouldn't be hard. But those are already done too. So I need to find something interesting. I want to go back west. There, back to the roboticist. That'll be a good test. It's only 0.2 kilograms. Just a single large package, apparently. That only weighs 0.2 kilograms. And then there's something up to the first prepper that we can't do yet. Or that I'm not going to do that. And something up to Mountain Knot City. Sure. We can do that. And... to you... Let's go ahead and change things up a little bit. We'll switch back to our power skeleton. We'll just leave this one here. We don't need the extra PCCs. All right.
Order assigned.
Let's test this. Although we're not really testing it. We're seeing the part we already looked at. What I really want to do is test going from, I don't know, the spiritualist to the cosplayer. Something crazy.
Restrictions lifted.
BB just wants to go fast. Oh, whoops. I forgot that. We kind of skipped over it, so we have to jump back. Interesting. Hey, there's the kid.
Cargo verified. Thank you.
What is this
Always a
sound?
pleasure.
It sounds like heavy machinery. We haven't seen the kid. Like, she hasn't come out to talk to us. There's not many kids in this game. I'm trying to think of another one. Sam. Sam as a kid.
Delivering cargo.
Oh, you made it. Handled with care, I see. You're the best, Sam. I owe you. Come back anytime.
Alright, picking up things going towards Mountain Knot. That is not towards Mountain Knot. Yeah. Never mind.
Weapons restrictions lifted. Beginning scan. Standard bridges. Weapons restrictions lifted.
Ooh, that one's really far out there. Do I want to go that way? No, I think this is better. That would be on towards Photographer. No, that would have been better. That would have been better. There. Bit of an awkward angle right there.
Beginning scan. Scanning bridges. Weapons restrictions lifted. Beginning scan. Scanning bridges ID. Verifying ID. Clear. Weapons detected. All weapons will be locked until departure.
That guy was carrying an assault rifle.
Thank you.
Get over here. Oh, hey, it's Sam.
Got security guard time.
Decontaminating. All clear. Welcome, Sam Porter Bridges.
Hey, Sam. Look, I'm sorry to impose on you once again, but we wouldn't ask if it wasn't important. Wow, you really took great care of everything. I mean, honestly, you'd be hard-pressed to call this anything less than perfect.
Not quite up to 4.
We're going to get through this.
Alright, let's take a rest.
New order available. Please access delivery terminal for further information. Your work is greatly...
Maybe do some readings? We have so many emails and stuff. Huh, I'm sitting on a partial blood bag. I wonder where oh, when I threw the grenades. Yeah. At that BT that almost
Good
caught
morning,
us.
Sam.
Oh, something I remember I saw but couldn't do anything with. Nightmares and memories. Like, there's an actual interactable here now. Revisit some nightmares of battle. No, I don't want to do that. But that's interesting that you can. I kind of like that. That's cool. But those are not not the parts of the game I favor. Because I guess otherwise, yeah, everything else in the game is accessible right now. I wonder if the other 2 boss fights would be. Anyway, the one near Lake Knot or whatever it was, the one that connects to Lake Knot in the Eastern Realm. Anyway, let's go ahead and check some of our data. So we have a new frame arm. Frame Arm Girls. Byaku. Frame Arm Girls was a spin-off of the Frame Arm series of plastic robot figurines from Kodobukaya, in which the robots of frame arms were reimagined as human female characters. Okay. The Reverse Trike from the Ride with Norman Reedus hit TV show. Which I had not heard about. Is that like an actual show? Maybe. A compilation album of tracks used in the movies of Italian splatter horror master Lucio Fulci, including songs from such classics as A Lizard in a Woman's Skin, The New York Ripper, Manhattan Baby, and The Beyond. Weird. Soundtrack for the 2017 Norwegian horror movie Thelma was directed by Joachim Trier, a distant relative of the Danish genius Lars von Trier. The soundtrack has a distinctive Scandinavian feel. A young woman raised by a strict family, when she falls in love for the first time, a power that had laid dormant within her is unleashed. Interesting. Once in a Long, Long While by Low Roar. I like how he just puts random pictures of things he likes in this game and makes them collectibles. Sure, if you're making a game, why not? Tips. What's new? Customizing structures. Structures at level 2 or above can be customized. I know that. Making a partial delivery. When would I ever have wanted to do that? I don't know. Chilled deliveries. Cargo for chilled deliveries will deteriorate in warm conditions. Keeping your cargo in the shade and exposing it to rain prevents it from deteriorating. So it's like the reverse of regular cargo. You want it to be in timefall? That's interesting. I don't know what I got that was chilled. Was the champagne chilled? Losing cargo from standard orders. I haven't lost any cargo from standard orders. I hope not. Though that I see that message makes me worry. Alright, interviews. Whoa. Sound like something just fell over. Anyway, fear as pleasure. Whether they realize it or not, the people of our fallen nation suffer greatly as a result of the separation and isolation we all must endure. That's why oxytocin supplementation is so vital. However, not all of us require it to survive. In fact, recent studies have shown something very interesting indeed, an increase in the number of people who regard fear not as a stressful experience to be avoided, but as a pleasurable one to be sought out. In humans, the amygdala regulates the emotional responses to fear and pleasure-inducing stimuli. Some scientists theorize that because these contradictory emotions are processed by the same region, we may have the capacity to convert one into the other. Conversely, were the two governed by different parts of the brain, such transformation would be impossible. In an age when threats such as BTs, timefall, and terrorism abound, could the ability to experience fear as pleasure serve as a useful mutation, an adaptation even? I don't see why not. The Egyptian view of the brain. It's common nowadays to think of the personality, the mind, of consciousness as a whole, as a phenomena born exclusively of the brain. However, to the ancient Egyptian, things were different. They believed that a person's soul, their spiritual essence, resided in the heart. As a result, the mummification process involved the removal of all internal organs, save this one, the brain included. To the Egyptians, a man's ka was represented by and contained within the heart, whereas the ha was made up of the other organs and the remainder of the flesh, hardly a picture compatible with modern medical science. But consider for a moment the BBs which porters utilize in the field, and the brain-dead still mothers to which they are bound. Could it not be said that in turning our attention away from the brain and towards the heart, the womb, the umbilicus, in our quest to grow closer to the world of the dead, that we are perhaps returning to the old days? Yeah, no. I was curious about this one when it popped up. Why planes and drones can't fly. Know what I wanted to be when I was a kid? An astronaut, believe it or not. This is from Igor, the guy that died in our first mission, our corpse disposal mission. Must be hard to imagine now, but back before the stranding, the skies were full of drones, airplanes, all kinds of crap zipping back and forth from continent to continent, some that even went up into outer space. But the chiral clouds put an end to all that. Nothing flies now. Nah, it all came crashing down, and my dreams with it. Damn clouds mess with flight systems somehow. Don't ask me how. Eat up comm signals too, which is how come long-distance signals can't get through anymore. That's why we have no idea what's happening in other countries. Set us back more than a century in that respect. People talk a lot about how the stranding sent us scrambling for the cities, severed the bonds between us, but it did more than that. It severed the land from the sky. Well, it didn't really explain it. It just said, yeah, they can't. Oh well. There we go. Mails. Weird stuff in Dad's old photos. Listen, Sam, there's something I thought you should know. So the data you brought me from the Mountaineer used to belong to my father. I decided to stop taking trips outside because it stressed my mom out too much, so I started going through his old stuff instead. Turns out some of those pictures are pretty interesting, and pretty weird. There are a lot of pictures of the Mountain Knot City area, for example, from before the tar showed up and started spreading. And there's something really strange in some of the shots. Some kind of object, I guess? Something glowing. You know, I'm pretty sure they must be talking about memory cards. So, I mean, I don't know. We already found one in Mountain Knot City. I saw space in a gourd, so I poured in a drink. Can I tell you a story about something that happened recently? I was preparing dinner when all of a sudden my beloved gourds popped into my head, and I decided to go take a look. Do you know what I found when I got there? The most marvelous specimen I ever laid eyes on. It was bigger than me, I swear. and while I was standing there, admiring it, I suddenly realized I was somewhere else, inside of it. And I was a tiny baby. A tiny baby in a great big gourd world. I grew up there, became an adult, and eventually Gourd World had a Death Stranding of its own. So what did I do then? I shared gourds with all the people of Gourd World, and they shut the BTs up inside them and set them all on fire. Gourd World was safe, and I had saved it. But just as I was basking in the glory of it all, I woke to find myself back in the kitchen and the pot boiling over. While I had been living a whole other life in the Gourd World, only a few minutes had passed in this one. Sure, you could call it a daydream, but to me, it couldn't have been more real. Has anything like that ever happened to you? Sam, I'd like to tell you about my father. Before the Death Stranding, he was a famous writer, and he was always on the move. I'm not just talking about America either. He went all over the world. Excuse me. He didn't like staying in one place for long. As soon as he got bored, he'd pick up his canteen, made from a gourd, of course, and start wandering again. When I was a kid, he'd tell me all sorts of tales about his travels, about the lands that lay beyond the oceans. He even told me about people going to the moon. Kind of ironic I'd end up shut away in a shelter after all that. This won't last forever, though. Us humans will find a way to live outside our shelters one day, I'm sure of it. When that day comes, the last thing we need is to be tied down to some idea of America. That's why you won't see me joining in the UCA. Sorry, but that's just the way it is. This guy is really into gourds. Mr. Sam Bridges. How many times is that now? I've lost count. I tell you, though, I've grown so many gourds, I don't know what to do. Every day I see more and more of these funny little shapes popping into existence. Warms my heart just to look at them. Remember the story of Noah's Ark? I bet you didn't know that there's a very similar tale in the Far East. It tells of a huge storm and an even bigger flood that followed. Seeing this, a man told his son and daughter to hide inside a pair of gourds. The flood grew greater and more terrible, and everyone died, except for those two children, from whom we are all descended. So you see, gourds can save the world, and I do mean the world, not just America. I'm looking forward to give you some come harvest time. You should talk to the Timefall farmers. They can, let you make the gourds overnight. Langdon. Sam, until you showed up with that blood, I was as good as dead. I remember lying on a gurney, a buddy calling my name. I heard him, even though I must have been unconscious. And then I was looking down at myself. Nobody seemed to notice me. And then there was this light that came down from the ceiling. It was bright, so bright, I had to close my eyes. And I could feel it pulling me in. As I floated up towards it, I heard waves breaking on the shore, and when I opened them, I was by the sea, alone. I couldn't tell you how long I was there. It felt like it was years, but it also felt like I had only just arrived. And then I heard a voice, so I chased after it. Chased it beneath the waves. All of a sudden, something's got my leg and is pulling hard, and the next thing I know, I'm awake, and my buddy's yelling, "He's alive! He's alive!" I've been to the beach and back. What would have happened if I'd stayed? Whale emoji. From the doctor. The medical terminal has proven to be fit for our purposes. If we could supply one to every prepper shelter out here, our ability to treat the sick and injured would be drastically improved. The problem is, I'm the only one who knows how to operate it at present. We need to develop it further, perhaps teach AIs how to address patient needs in place of a human. It seems there are no concerns about devices becoming sentient, so AI can be safely utilized to create what one might call the ideal doctor. But I've been wondering, is that really in our best interests? Once people are free to live hundreds of miles apart from one another in civilization, what incentive will they have to meet, to interact, to socialize? The chiral network brings people together and provides us safety and convenience. But could it also, in time, isolate us? I do not wish to disparage you or your tireless efforts to make everyone part of a greater whole, but I suppose what I'm saying is that simply forging connections is not enough, and that we have a responsibility to ensure the world we are building with this network will truly be better than one we have now. It falls to all of us to make sure that your hard work is worth it in the end. You know, that's a really good point. I mean, I haven't been thinking of it in terms of doctors. I don't really think it applies as well. You still need a lot of really personalized help with a doctor. But teaching? And I think that this is something that's going to become more and more relevant in the post-coronavirus world if we ever achieve it. There's very little virtue in having someone giving you a remote lecture who's local to you. You know, it's a remote lecture. You're watching it on a screen. I mean, why have 50,000 teachers give the same lecture on algebra and how to do differential equations or whatever, instead of just having, 5 to 10 that are geared towards specific learning types and are really good, and then just have all the students, millions of students, watch those same sets of dozen lectures. And then maybe your local teacher would just be there for tutoring. I mean, that would probably lead to, better trained, better learned students. Students that have greater mastery of the material. But it does mean that they wouldn't get the social aspects of interacting with their teacher, the mentoring, that sort of thing. I don't know. It's an interesting thought. Like, why don't we have why I could hmm. I think in the future I could very easily, well, okay, because of politics, of course, we're gonna have we're gonna maintain the current set of teacher whatever, just because teacher unions are so incredibly strong. But if they were to somehow break, I could very easily imagine in the future that learning is almost completely individualized. Like, we don't even have grades, we don't have standardized tests or anything. You just have each person gets a lesson plan. They go through it at their own pace. Some people can finish it in 10 years, some can finish it in 12, some can finish it in 5. And they're just thrown at the material. And maybe there's some people who are there to help tutor, but the actual structure, the formal structure of school goes away. I could very easily see it happening. Just gotta break those teacher unions. Roboticist. Are humans all that important? Couldn't stay away, huh? Glutton for punishment, I reckon. Then let me bore you a little more. I told you before about drone syndrome and delivery dependence. Actually, you haven't. I think that might be one of the ones I haven't read yet. But that's okay. Turns out there's an interesting little theory both might be reactions to. Reactions to. Against might be a better way of putting it. The possibility of the singularity. Humans didn't want to stop being human. In the Death Stranding, that was mankind's last-ditch attempt to retain its sense of self. We caused it somehow, because we couldn't bear the thought of losing our identity. Makes a sort of sense, no? Humans have beaches. Humans become BTs. Humans cause void-outs. It all comes back to us. We die, sure, but at least we die with a bang, not a whimper. Maybe our next step should be to try and make the singularity happen for real. Get rid of us once and for all. I mean, I don't actually think that way. You know I don't, but sometimes I can almost see the logic in it. What is the measure of a man? What's the value in fighting tooth and nail to keep him around? Is it ever too much? Can't help wondering. I tell you, I'd hate to die and come back as a BT and stir up trouble. Better to be rid of the flesh, don't you think, Sam? Someone wants to go and live in servers. You're amazing, Sam. I don't know what we'd have done without those materials, and that goes for everyone in the city, not just us staff. The chiral network's miraculous, obviously, but there's still a lot of material goods we can't live without. Folks like you are indispensable to our continued survival, and that's a fact. Don't ever think what you're doing isn't appreciated. We're grateful for everything, Sam, and you can be sure we'll make good use of all you brought to build all kinds of new facilities and equipment. Thank you. My dear Mr. Bridges, you truly are a man of surpassing kindness and generosity, and the pizza you delivered was the most scrumptious we have supped on to date. Oh, but my levity is unbecoming, my grave, dare I say, disastrous failure to convey my appreciation to you in the flesh warrants an explanation. To my chagrin, the circumstances were entirely outside my control. Prior to your arrival, my better half and I had one of our rare but rather intense lovers' quarrels, which led to her which led to her to storm off in a proverbial huff. And what manner of husband would I be if I left her to wander the wilderness alone? I simply had to go after her. Upon our return, we were greeted with fresh pizza, still piping hot from the oven, and she was so entirely over the moon that she forgave me everything. Suffice it to say, I am in your debt to a considerable degree. I like that guy. But he's gonna make me deliver a pizza again, I know it. It's gonna be all the way from up here in the mountains. It's like, the first prepper has a spice I need. Please walk it towards me. You have 10 minutes. Nick Easton. You're the great deliverer, all right. This is all the way from Capital Knot. You're quite something, aren't you? Delivering cargo out there, all by yourself, stitching America back together. I'm not surprised you're up to it. You're a patriot, after all, and a member of Bridges, too. Still, you've gone above and beyond. There's just something about you, I guess. Maybe it's something to do with the connection between you and the President and Amelie. I think the President and Amelie are the same person. I think it's very telling that Die Hardman had to remind us that she was our mom. I don't think she is our mom. I think it was a trick. Well, I guess I don't know what it is, but whatever it is, it's going to save the world. I just know it. From Victor Frankenstein. Things just keep getting better and better here in Port Knot City. You got everyone so fired up to do what we could for this place, and now we're really starting to see the fruits of our labors. You take a look at the distro center already? I can't believe the number of shipments it's processing nowadays. Trade is booming. Needless to say, it's all thanks to you. That's why we gave you that star. It's a symbol of our gratitude. We only give them to special people we really trust. It's not just for show, though. I presume you've heard the rumors that porters who receive stars from preppers can make use of their shelters? Maybe you should give it a try. Anyway, I just wanted to say thanks for all your help. That's when we went back east and maxed out a few more places. The musician. Yo, Sam. Thanks for dropping by, man. Gotta say, I wasn't expecting visitors, but hey, it's good to see somebody. Anyway, I decided to join the UCA just to see what the deal is. I mean, I'd heard the rumors, but I was always a bit skeptical. I didn't think countries or borders or whatever had anything to do with music. I was way off, though. The chiral network's incredible. A guy can get all the music he could ever need. There's some seriously good shit on here, too. It's all pretty old, though. Far as I can see, nobody's written anything new in forever. Nobody except me. Y'all might be happy putting the classics on repeat, but that's not how I roll, man. Ain't a life worth living without new sounds, you feel me? No. You go do that. Jake Wind. Dear Sam, it was good of you to come visit us again. It can't be easy doing what you do, on the body or the mind. Guess that's what makes you a legend, huh? Well, whoever came up with the idea of sending comms via the beach is a legend too, as far as I'm concerned. What kind of a person even considers something like that? It's like whoever decided to try and tame lightning back in the day. To think someone looked at those violent flashes of light, of electricity, and said, I can control it, create it. And then they did. Maybe the beach is the same sort of phenomenon. Something we can't get our heads around right now, but once we do, once we learn to harness its power, it'll lead to a revolution that changes everything. Imagine if we could not only rebuild America, but make a better world than the one that came before. From the Mountaineer. Thanks for helping me out back there, Sam. Out of curiosity, you have a chance to use that climbing anchor I gave you? It's pretty special, you know. The missus used to use it. Was custom made for her by a chiral craftsman. It's super light and durable, just the thing for rough terrain like this. She wants you to have it, her way of thanking you for helping to bring our baby boy into the world. Here's hoping you get plenty of use out of it. I have not used a one. I saw it again, Sam. That weird glowing thing. I've been swinging by the local incinerator daily. Yeah, we already got it. We got the one in the incinerator, I think. They haven't sent me to the incinerator. I keep on waiting for a quest to deliver a body, but no, they're just not giving us one. Okay, that's all the reading done. Gather up our few likes. Let's check on BB. That's new.
Adorable.
He didn't used to do that. That was a new animation.
You
That's the
okay?
usual animation.
You okay?
Oh, he actually washes his hand. I couldn't find that before. This is how you farm all your likes. You just take pictures in the BB. Hand them to you. Now we already saw that one. You could use a shave, man. It's true. Alright, enough of that. Did you just sit on the sink? Like, that doesn't work very well. Stop it, stop it. Like, he landed on that pretty hard. I would expect that thing just to rip right off the wall. Go take a shower.
EX grenade number 0.
Alright. I'm gonna take a break here. Next time, well, what do we do next time? Maybe we'll go talk to Hartman. Figure out what's going on there. So thank you everyone for watching. Till next time.